Hey guys, I almost got through the week and didn't make a video, so here I am. My reading this week has been kind of sporadic. I can't decide on a book I want to read, and I have a few that are like half or more than half done, and I'm just not really excited for it. Not even necessarily anything against any of the books. It just, I can't focus right now. I don't know what's going on. That goes for audiobook, physical book, and Kindle book. Um, yeah, so it's been a little bit of a rough go. I read a little bit in the beginning of the week, and then on my breaks and stuff, I've still continued to read. So I still get in a few pages here and there. There are just too many books. And there were a couple of book birthdays this week. I picked up Barbed Wire Heart by Tess Sharp, and I am so excited. I'm only like 40 pages into that one right now, but I'm reading that one at work, and so far I'm greatly enjoying it. Her other book, Far From You, I read last year, I think, and that one was really good too. This one seems kind of similar in the case of there's kind of drugs involved. Far From You was the main character went through a period of being addicted to Oxycontin. This one is uh, a little bit more like drug ring actual stuff. So Far From You was a young adult um, murder mystery book, and Barbed Wire Heart is an adult. Um, it's been described as a Breaking Bad with, a female lead, so like a feminist Breaking Bad, which fuck yeah. So I am excited to read that one. I was just like waiting for it to come out, and so maybe that's why I've been so sporadic on reading, is because I was waiting for that one. I don't know. I'm always waiting for the next book. Thankfully, I think the next one I'm really jazzed for is coming out in August, I think. So I think I still have some time, but I'm sure there's going to be some that come out between here and there that I've forgotten. So that probably won't last a while. Anyway, now that all that rambling shit is out the way, one, holy crap, I put on some fucking makeup today. That's weird. I just got some new makeup stuff, so I was screwing with my face. So there it is. I am making a video because I finished Winter People, or The Winter People, by Jennifer McMahon, and I wanted to talk about it. Yeah. Excuse me. So I enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the writing. I liked the world. I liked the characters. I liked everything about it, but I wanted more creep factor. I didn't really get that creeped out with this, and based on like the fact that people are comparing the writing or the story to like a Stephen King book, and it also looks freaky and the description is kind of freaky, it should be a little bit scarier. There were some parts and pieces, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like okay, so I think the main thing is because it has 5 different points of view and 2 different timelines. So there is Sarah and Martin, who are married, and their daughter Gertie, and their timeline takes place in 1908 to about 1910, 1912. And so that's kind of like where the main meat of the story is, where the history of the story is. And then it also goes into Ruthie and Catherine's perspective in present day. And so I think it shifted POVs so often. Like I think of just about every chapter was a different character. So sometimes it would say in the same timeline, like it would go from Sarah to Martin to Gertie, all be in 1908. But other times it would go to Sarah and Martin, and then go to Catherine in present day, and then go back to Gertie in 1908, and then back to, so I think some of that might have pulled me out, just like of the creepy factor, maybe that could have been it. But I would say on the whole, I really enjoyed the story. I'd say I'd probably give the book like 3.5 stars or something, maybe. Yeah, I really enjoyed the story. I loved the writing. I enjoyed being in the characters' heads. I think there was one thing that wasn't really explained, and I don't know how to take it. I don't know if it's supposed to just be taken as that's just what kids do, or not, and it's kind of hard to explain that further, I guess, without giving some more information. Fuck it. It's not gonna be a spoiler because they don't answer. um, in Ruthie's perspective, so Ruthie is the oldest daughter of Alice. Alice, Fawn, and Ruthie. I had to remember all their names. Alice, Fawn, and Ruthie all are in present day. Alice's mom and Ruthie and Fawn are the kids. I think Ruthie's like 19 or so, and hi, Papa. I love you. I'm talking to a video though. I think Gertie is like 5 or 6, maybe. I was saying something and then the cat got me off track. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. So Fawn has a little doll, and throughout the book she seems to be communicating with it. And I don't know if it's just like, kids talk to their dolls and they give them personalities, and they talk to them and give them voices, and oh, let me ask my doll, do you want to go play Dolly or whatever. So she talked to her doll throughout this book, and part of me was thinking that there was something in the doll, like a ghost or a spirit, or it was some sort of conduit. I don't know, but if I'm remembering right, like, I don't think they ever addressed it, but there were a few things where that doll knew more than it should have, or at least the kid knew more than it should have. So I would say that's one thing I'm kind of disappointed in. I think just about everything else was answered, but for whatever reason, that one really bugs me. If you're gonna have a doll that seems to know things, why wouldn't you explain that? And if you've read it, like, let me know if I just missed it, but I don't think it was in there. Anyway, yeah. One other part I wanted to bring up in this is that there is a point where Sarah, back in 1908, I'm going to kind of give away spoilers, so I don't want to do some of that. She has a run-in with Martin's brother, who is the town doctor, and he doesn't seem to believe what she's talking about. He seems to think that she's just fucking batshit. And so instead of investigating any of the things that he says, he just is like, she needs to go into an insane asylum because she's obviously hysterical and she can't handle her emotions, and we shouldn't take them seriously. So, well, if you won't take her to an insane asylum, then we'll lock her in her room. And I'm just like, I fucking hate dudes who are like, oh, female hysteria, that's what your emotions are, because women are emotional and you can't figure out what you're thinking, and it's so annoying. So I was really pissed at that guy. His name is Lucius, so it made me think of Lucius Malfoy, so that was how I saw him in here. It's how I pictured him. So when he did that shit, I was like, yeah, that sounds just like Lucius. Can't say that. So on the whole, I would say about a 3-star or so, 3.5. Good story, good pacing, good writing, good characters. Just possibly a little bit too much POV. I don't know who they could take out without it working in a similar way, but I don't know, I felt like there might be a little bit too much, and just kind of, there's less creep factor than what I wanted. But on the whole, I'd say a pretty solid book. And it didn't take too long. It's 382 pages, and I went through it pretty quick, I would say, while reading a billion and a half halves of other books. But yeah, I pretty much enjoyed my time with this. It probably won't be a reread, which sucks, but you know, do what you can. So, if you have read The Winter People, what did you think? And if you're interested in picking it up, let me know what you think, or anything in between there. And I think that is about all I have. I'm sorry I keep like swiveling my chair through this. I just got my computer chair. I haven't had one in like a long time. So I had like a wooden, straight back, uncomfortable chair that I hated sitting in. So this is awesome. Okay, I will let you guys go, and I hope you have a good weekend and stuff and things. Happy reading.